Hello, everybody. Tonight we're going to be reviewing a couple of movies, including Fantastic Beasts, The Secrets of Dumbledore, and Choose or Die. All right, so welcome to Real Talk. This evening is just going to be me tonight. Sergio had some other things pop up that he had to get to, so he's not going to be able to join us today. He did watch the movies and he sent me the reviews, so you'll get to at least hear what he thought about them. But for the most part, I'm going to be talking about them. Actually, not for the most part exclusively. I'm going to be talking about them with just my opinions and then a little bit of Sergio sprinkled in. It is not choose or die, it's choose like choosy moms choose Jeff, choose or die. And it was a Netflix release, and we're gonna actually even though the bigger of the two movies was obviously the Secrets of Dumbledore, we're gonna start with choose or die, just because there's not a lot to talk about. Okay, so this is a Netflix release. I love that Netflix movies. I am definitely not on the streamers are bad for movies kick. I am definitely on the just give me movies kick. So I'll take anybody who wants to send out movies, even sometimes when they're not great, like Choose or Die. So Choose or Die features Eola Evans and Asa Butterfield, who is kind of famous. Like he was a famous child actor. He was the kid in Hugo. Hugo, one of my favorite movies from the 2010s, Martin Scorsese movie. Definitely a top 5 Martin Scorsese movie for me. I know that's probably not popular opinion, but hey, so be it. And at least it wasn't The Irishman. It also has a great little cameo from Eddie Marsan, who is like one of those guys that you see in everything and you're like, oh, I know that guy. He was in Atomic Blonde. He played the Russian spy or German spy, the East German spy that was looking to defect. Blah blah blah. He's in a bunch of stuff, but primarily it's Eola Evans and Asa Butterfield. So the concept of this movie is that there is this game from the 80s that it's one of those old games. If you had a Commodore 64 or an early Apple computer, or like the Apple Juniors or whatever, or a super early just DOS machine or Tandy or whatever, where it was just like you are in a room. Do you turn on the light or do you look out the window? And you have to type in turn in the light or look out the window. And that's it. Like the early versions was just binary, one thing or the other. Later versions allowed you to explore a little bit more. Look, I cut my teeth on I played a lot of Lemonade Stand at a friend's house. Never did the Oregon Trail, but I was a huge King's Quest guy. Like the first version of King's Quest, I had a map drawn out just so it was great. I love those games. And so what happens is this old 80s turned up, and it's like it turns what you choose into reality, and like but it makes you make horrible choices. It's a horror film. Look, this is a horror film. All right. So, and people know I'm not the biggest horror film guy. Primarily, I don't like slasher flicks. I'm willing to give any other horror flick a chance. This one was a little bit like of a high concept horror film. I love the concept. I love the idea that like there's this evil game that is making people make choices, and then their choices have literally deathly consequences. That being said, the movie doesn't work from start to finish, unfortunately. I wanted to really like this movie. But they had like a 40-minute idea, and they tried to double that, and it just doesn't work. This would have been a really fun, interesting, fantastic short film, and I mean that with love and respect. But damn, if this thing just doesn't, even at 80 minutes, it's still it's still just like, oh, go somewhere. It's just, I don't know. It gets stuck. It gets stuck in with its own uh it gets stuck with its own in its own way, and it slogs to an ending that there's a, there's a boss level, and it's just I don't know. It the main problem with the movies, they don't explain anything. Okay, so they do very basic explanation, like that the movie that basically the game is possessed by a demon. As a D&D guy, love that, but that's it. Like that's as far as they go. Everything else is very much like, oh, this is gonna happen. It's like, wait, why? Again love the concept. The execution just doesn't work for me. I'll read you what Sergio says. He was a little more blunt, but of course, he only had a couple sentences. Choose or die. Choose to hate this movie. Couple of decent jump scares that really didn't amount to much story wise. Final act was a vain attempt to add substance to a very thin soup of a film. One taco for Sergio. So let me go to my tacos things. I'm sorry. I'm a little discombobulated right now. So Sergio's going one taco because they kept it to 84 minutes. I'm going. I'll be honest. I'm going to go two tacos. I'm going two tacos because I love the concept. I think that there was something really good here. And the downside to streamer movies is a lot of times, if it's just a streamer movie and not something that like hit the festival market circuit and then was bought by a streamer, but if it's like developed, owned by a streamer, the problem with those movies is they very frequently just don't. They need somebody else to come in and do a rewrite, and they don't even bother. They're just like, hey, let's go with this, even though it's like, you don't have the whole movie there. That's all right. So choose or die. We're going with two tacos from me, one from Sergio. The next movie we're going to talk about is Real to Real talk reviews of Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore. All right, we're going to preface this by saying, yes, J.K. Rowling sucks. I am not here to apologize or defend anything that J.K. Rowling's represents. And I wish that I didn't feel that way, because I am an OG Harry Potter guy. I started reading the books right shortly after the third one came out. So I picked a brand new copy of the fourth one. And thank you, my dearest friend Erica from New York, for introducing me to the Harry Potter books. When the movies were coming out, I was devastated that Christopher Columbus was going to be making them because he sucks. And the first two movies, reflect that, I think. And then the third one was directed by Cuarón. Cuarón is so good. And then each one of them has their own little thing that is good, except for the I think it's is it the sixth one? Yeah, the sixth one is the one that I'm mad at. They change a thing, and there's no need to change the thing, and it's annoying to me. Anywho's, that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about Fantastic Beasts and Secrets of Dumbledore. So background on my thoughts on the Fantastic Beasts movies. I really like the first one, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. They did a great thing. They said, here's your four characters. This is it. There's going to be some periphery folks. These are four that you need to worry about. Then the second one came around. The second one I liked. I didn't like as much as the first one. I felt like they for some reason they inserted off-screen drama, and it felt like, why are we having a lot of stuff happen from the time that the last movie came in until this movie starts up? And it felt fractured. The movie felt fractured. And however, I kind of liked where they were going with the story for the Crimes of Grindelwald. Like I liked that. Just the idea of, here's this, the getting to see the charismatic, the rise of the charismatic dark wizard, like that was really interesting, I thought. So I had a love-hate relationship with, the scenes in Paris are so good in Grindelwald. But now we come to the Secrets of Dumbledore, and the the fractures that they lay out in, the off-screen fractures that they lay out in the second movie just basically have broken up the four. Like they took what was great about the first one, and they chipped away at it in the second one, and then they just were like, fuck it, and broke it apart completely in this third one. And I gotta say, why are we doing that? Like why can't we have four movies with these four people that are, just different and fun and interesting, and just be the four people? And I still, but but I still like where the movie was going with, the idea that, so what ends up happening with this one is that, Grindelwald ends up being, exonerated, and is now going to try to subvert the international ministry of magic thing from within. And I kind of like that. I like the idea of the evil person trying to rot from within, which is very different, well, slightly different than what kind of Voldemort does, where, I mean, sure, he does the infiltration, but like he never comes out and tries to get legitimate power, whereas this is Grindelwald, like, yeah, I want to be president, let's do this. And it's like, wow, okay, so this is crazy. I'm going to read one of the things that Sergio says. Uh this movie is trying to do too much with so many characters and so little to do with its titular Fantastic Beasts, and that's the problem. So the first movie, the Fantastic Beasts, play some critical roles. In the second movie, again, you get some of the fantastic. In the third movie, it's just it's almost like there's one creature that's really, really, really important, and then there's just not enough. There's just not enough of the Fantastic Beasts, and I want the Fantastic in my Fantastic Beasts movies. I did fun. Like I had fun with the movie, and it was only like after what it was one of those things where I walked out and I was like, wow, I really like that. And then like a couple days later, I was like, well, but why weren't there more Fantastic Beasts? And damn it, like we don't even see one of the four main characters from the first movie. Like, why? What's going on there? She pops up for 2 seconds. Not NG, no good. Don't do that. But I did enjoy it. Like, I left liking it. Like, I left feeling like, hey, is it, would I do 3.5 or 4? Like, I was trying to figure out where am I going with it. And then the more it sat with me, I was like, oh, I guess there are issues with it. And there are issues with it. But at the same time, I do feel like you can lose yourself in this one. I do feel like if you bought into the first two, you can go ahead and ride the wave, and you'll. By the way, I do want to say I need to look up. They added a character, and I absolutely love the character, and I want to give a shout out. So hold on one second while I bring it up, because I don't have it queued up on my IMDb page. Secrets of Dumbledore. Okay, cool. They added a new character, and why is that new character not the front page? This is very weird. Okay. So they added Jessica Williams as Lally Hicks, and she is amazing. Like I want a movie with just her. She is fantastic. And that was a good move. So bravo for them to bring in one good new character. Unfortunately, it was just one really good new character, but it was a really good new character. Uh, was it a puppy that was a cousin of the main dog of the series? No, no, what? I don't understand that comment, Blair, but we're gonna just move on. So all right, so let me go ahead. I feel like I'm at a point now where I'm just going to read what Sergio said. So this is what Sergio said about Fantastic Beasts, The Secrets of Dumbledore. Let me get over to my banners and be ready to throw up his taco rating. So this is Sergio. He says, I enjoyed this film because I rewatched the first two before seeing it. This is not a strong entry not as strong of an entry as it tries too hard to be socially relevant. The background lore of the Harry Potter universe is enough to craft a good bit of escapism, but instead, rolling in the writers of this screenplay lean too hard into wanting to make statements. This story has lost its way in that it has become too cumbersome. It is trying to do too much with so many characters and has so little to do with its titular Fantastic Beasts. These are not memorable films, and as such, it only gets 2 stars for me. Which is weird because he does open with, I enjoyed this film because I rewatched the first. So he does actually say, whoops. Well then, he does actually say, I enjoyed the film, but apparently he might not have enjoyed the film as much as he thought he did by the time he got to the end of the review. Also, I understand what he's saying is that these are not memorable. I look, it's Harry Potter. You're gonna if you're in the universe, you're probably gonna watch them, and it's probably gonna be memorable for you. I'm gonna go ahead with 3 tacos personally. I did enjoy it. I left really liking it, and then only after thinking about it more did I reach a point where I was like, maybe not so much, but I'll watch it again. That honestly, if you ever wonder, well, how do you come up with your taco ratings? If I see a movie and I'm like, yeah, I'll rewatch that, 3 tacos. Just automatic. If I feel like I would watch it again, it's going to 3 tacos. And if I watch it and I enjoy it, but I feel like I'm never gonna watch that again, it goes to 2.5 or 2 plus guac. And then if it's not something that I didn't like so much, and and it goes up or down from there based on various factors. But yep, enjoyed it, would watch it again. 3 tacos. That's where we are with Fantastic Beasts, the Secrets of Dumbledore. I would to ask, I wish Joe were here because he's talking about that they're trying to make statements that I don't. I mean, I guess he might be making references to political statement. I don't know what he's trying to go for there. I guess I didn't get wrapped up into any statements that they were trying to make. Yeah. So, interesting. I wish he were here to talk about that, but sadly he's not, and it's just me. And you just got my thoughts on the Secrets of Dumbledore, and I hope you enjoyed them. But let me just, before I sign out, let me just remind you a few things. Real Talk you can find on Facebook. Be sure to go to our Facebook page and like us over there. We'll always post when we're having an episode, what the episode will be about, and fun stuff like that. Go to Instagram at Real Talk. That's EEL and EAL, Real to Real Talk. Give us a follow over on Insta. The stuff will pop up in Insta from time to time, and also subscribe to our YouTube. If you're watching us right now on YouTube and it's like not Thursday evening, hey, you could have joined us live and just subscribed and would have got a notification. Isn't that awesome? I think it's awesome. Anyway, do it. Hey, next week we're going to be back. 2 big movies come out this weekend. So we've got a new Nick Cage movie coming out, which so spoiler alert, hashtag the new Nick Cage movie is basically about Nick Cage. So we're going to be doing a Nick Cage-a-thon around the movie The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. And yeah, we're just going to do a deep dive into Nick Cage. I've been filling some gaps. I have an extra special What the Hell Did I Just Watch that I'm actually in the middle of watching right now. I got about 20 more minutes left, and I'm just gonna give you guys a spoiler alert. It's the fucking craziest movie I've ever seen. And I've seen some crazy movies, and this movie, like, there are things that are happening in this movie that I'm like, what the fuck is this movie doing? So it's gonna be fun. We're also gonna be reviewing. We're also gonna be reviewing the new movie, the Northman, from Eggers, and the guy who made the Lighthouse, which was like I think my second ever what the hell did I just watch. It is not Wild at Heart. I fucking hate David Lynch, and I'm over it. I'm not doing it to myself. I'm not doing it. Sorry, Blair. Blair just asked Wild at Heart, and no, it's not. It's not that. I'm not doing it. I'm over Lynch. I'm done. I'm washing my hands of it. Anyway, we'll be reviewing The Northman, which is a movie that I have been really, really stoked about since the trailer first came out, and I am excited to catch that this weekend. Hopefully you guys will join us, and we will see you next week. And remember, you're awesome, you're amazing, and the world's a better place because you are in it. Bye.